Hi guys, RIB back again. Now this is where I'm sharing the 21-day positive quotes, and today's the last day, the last quote, which is there is action and there is reaction, and in between is interaction, and that's where the magic is, right? So there's action, there is reaction, and in between there is interaction, and that's where the magic is. So this was shared to me by an old basketball buddy called Mikey McDowell. Thanks, Mikey. Great quote. And to me, I think it's a great one to finish off this series because it really nails to me what it's all about. Whether it's Black Lives Matter, whether it's Corona, whatever it is, right? But here it is. There's action and there's reaction. And in between is interaction. And that's where the magic is. So no matter what happens, no matter what we're faced with, no matter what people are jumping up about, being aggravated by, being annoyed by, being inspired by, being upset by, being pushed down by, being uplifted by, right? What it does is it creates interaction. And interaction is where it is, right? Interaction is the key because we had a great guy on SpeakuP last night. SpeakuP Monday, we do it every Monday here in Bali. We go out live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook Live, SpeakuP Monday group, SpeakuP Monday group. Just look out for that. And it's, I'm gonna let this wasp out. Out you go, go on. Oh, out. There we go, it's a little wasp in here. So Mark Baker, he's a guy who grew up in Brighton, tough upbringing, right? Tough upbringing, street gangs, all the rest of that. Then ran off to the circus, literally, became a circus guy, a circus performer. And then from the circus, skateboarder, right? And he became world champion skateboarder, okay? From that, what did he do? Then he went from LA to New York and ultimately became known as the godfather of New York nightlife. He calls it the grandfather of New York nightlife, but the godfather of New York nightlife. Met everybody, presidents, like you name it, the guy dominated. And then moved to Bali, where we are now, and became like pretty much like, is one of the guys who has probably been one of the most accepted by Bali that I've ever seen. Like, he's an amazing guy. But his life resembles that, right? There's action, there's reaction, and in between there is interaction, and that's where the magic is. So we celebrate what makes us unique. Because we are unique, your story is unique, you are unique on that level. But on a deeper, more powerful level, we're all connected, right? We have this collective unconscious, we have this collective, we have unity consciousness, right? And this is really what I love about this particular quote and why it's so relevant now, because you know that's who we are at our core. We're all connected no matter what we do. And like, you know, I had a great conversation the other day about Black Lives Matter with someone else, and you know, what I was saying was this, right, is that it's important that things are brought to the surface. Whether you agree with them or not is irrelevant. The most important thing is that they're brought to the surface and they're discussed and they're spoken about. From there, then we get empathy, or we use empathy, which is courage, by the way. Empathy is courage. To truly put yourself in someone else's position, someone else's shoes, takes courage, especially if it's the opposite to what you believe to be true. I'll give you one example. If I say to you, President Trump, what do you think? What thoughts come up? Do you know anything about him, really? Have you looked into his background? Have you looked into his history? Have you looked into his family? Right? For some of you, that would take a leap of courage because you're so polarized by him, right? So what I'm saying is that the first thing is that you need to see it, you need to raise it, it needs to be discussed. Because the moment that it's not hidden anymore is the moment where it loses its power over us. Because usually it's when we push something down that has power over us, right? But when it's out there for all to see and it's being discussed openly, there's no more, then there's no more power. We then depower it, we de-escalate it, right? But that takes empathy to get there, right? And once you have the empathy and understand truly what's going on from another person's perspective and allow them to voice that in whichever way it comes across, then we lead to the next step, which is intention. So what am I going to do next? Now I know this stuff. Now what am I going to do, right? And this then separates us, right, from the intention. What comes next? Then after that intention, the next thing to come is action, right? That's a process to release and to move forward in a powerful, strong direction. That's what I love to talk about, right? Not in this video, but that's where I am, right? So I found out not so long ago that in my family tree of people like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, all Jamaican Maroons, right? That's another story, right? But what I want to leave you with this particular video is that, you know, like, there is action and there is reaction. In between, there is interaction. And that's where the magic is. So guys, you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for listening. Look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.